All right, Rebels, it has been way too long since I've been on here. I am missing you guys to no end. Just been a really busy couple weeks with everything going on. Let's get to it. Let's get this droid finished right now. All right, Rebels, so got the garage door open. I worked on some weathering last night. You see some of the time lapse. So the one thing that I didn't show on the time lapse is actually weathering this copper color. Just based on what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like it's showing up too well on camera, at least from this angle. But I really wanted to take it out of the garage and look at it in the sunlight. I'm not going to keep it in the sun for too long because this is just printed in PLA, basic PLA. So it's going to be a little bit susceptible to the sun and the heat, but a little bit is not going to hurt it one bit. So let's get this out in the sunlight and actually see what it looks like in daylight. As you can see here, we're still nice and pristine. Everything below the hood. So like this is all weathered up now as well. So I will be doing the exact same treatment as I did on this, on the head and the hood. So now is the time where I need to actually take the hood and head off again and really get going on the, let me go into detail as to what I'm doing on the copper. So for those of you who have been here since the mid-range of it, or even the beginning, you know that I tested out this metallic rust color and it was just a little bit darker than I wanted. So I sprayed this down and I misted over with the bright metallic copper. And that color was awesome to me. I absolutely loved it. Then I discovered my Krylon specialty copper, which is absolutely fantastic. That's what I used on everything. Now keep in mind, guys, this is not a screen accurate build. At some point in the future I will try to be a little bit more screen accurate with the color, but that gets to be like a purplish copper, almost red maroon. It's a really weird mix of colors. Hard to replicate, but not impossible by any means. I've already got some leads on that. So sometime in the future, I'll come back and do a screen accurate color. But for right now, this is just something to make me happy and make the general public happy. So what I've done here is I've gone over it with the copper and I've misted over some of this metallic rust from Rust-Oleum. And honestly, like just really like lightly misting it over and then letting it get a little bit tacky, taking a paper towel, not damp or anything, just dry, and brushing it across and creating this really cool aged copper look. So it's making an effect that I really didn't expect. It's not a weathering method that I've really seen anybody else use. Not claiming that this is the first time ever it's been used, but I haven't seen it ever been used. This is just something I came up with and thought, hey, let's give it a shot and see how it goes. And I'm extremely happy with the results. So let's get going on this head and hood and I'll get back to you guys. All right, quick weather done on the inside of the hood. And just blotched the rust in here. Didn't go like crazy with or take a lot of time on the inside. Nobody's really gonna notice it. I just don't want it to stand out like a sore thumb is all. So got some weathering on the outside. Still got to fill this in with black, these indents here, and then make the silver stripe down the middle. So let's get that done here and I will come back for an update. Now, before I reveal the final paint job on this Droideka, I just have a couple quick things. First off, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload from the Regal Rebel channel. Also, check out the merch store on Printful. It helps support builds like this and many more future crazy builds from this garage in the future. But more importantly, Rebels, my young Padawan, as you know, Hayden, he is actually up for Toddler of the Year. That still sounds crazy to me, but you heard it right. Toddler of the Year. I have a link down in the description below. You can go there and vote for him. It doesn't have to cost you a thing. Just one free vote every day would mean the absolute world to us. Trust me, this young Padawan definitely deserves it, as many of you have seen on this channel. And lastly, I would love to thank my loyal subscribers. I know I've been a little bit AWOL lately. When Padawan number 2 came along, it was just way crazy, way hectic. A lot of stuff going on in the background, just with whether it be this channel or other social media projects that I have coming down the pipeline. It's just been a lot going on all at one time, and I thank you so much for being here. Now, as many of you do know, the next project after this Droideka is a 1-to-1 scale Super Battle Droid by Droid Division. I already have the files, and yeah, let's just say it's going to be a series that you're not going to want to miss, just like this Droideka was. Now, this is where I want to hear from each and every one of you down in the comments below. Please let me know, do you want to keep it as a weekly update? I know a lot of you like that. I know for me, it felt like during the sanding and priming stage, it felt a little bit mundane. I was trying to keep things a little bit fresh, at least a little bit fresh every week. But just to get that sanding and priming done took a little bit longer than I wanted to. I learned a lot. It's not going to take as long this time. There's also less droid too, but let me know, do you want to keep it as a weekly upload, bi-weekly uploads, or just one big monthly upload? If I if I let you know what I want, I think I would like to see either weekly or bi-weekly. I think monthly gets to be a little bit long in between videos, but weekly, I think I would change the upload day to Fridays every week, or bi-weekly, keep it as a Wednesday and go from there. But again, let me know down in the comments below. Now let's roll that beautiful reveal footage. I have a link down in the description below. I can never say that properly. I have a link down